"You're being charged with medical negligence," the officer said coldly. Nia stood frozen. Her heart pounded. She hadn't made a mistake. She was sure of it. But in that small room, no one spoke up for her. No one looked shocked. It was like they had already decided she was guilty. What they didn't know was that hidden above the ICU hallway, a forgotten security camera had seen everything. This story isn't just about one nurse. It's about truth, lies, and a hospital that tried to bury both. Welcome back. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more unbelievable stories and exciting updates. And drop your city in the comments, and let's see how far this story travels. Nia Taylor was known for her steady hands, kind voice, and strong work ethic. She was the only black nurse in the ICU of one of the top hospitals in the state. For 10 years, she worked night shifts, comforted dying patients, and saved lives. Her record was spotless. Her patients loved her. But in a place where she stood out, respect came quietly, it came at all. Some doctors barely spoke to her. Some nurses whispered behind her back. Still, Nia stayed focused. Then one morning, after a long and tiring shift, she clocked out like usual. She had no idea her life was about to fall apart. A high-profile patient to wealthy donors' father died during the night. By noon, Nia's name was already being whispered in the hospital's admin wing. Someone had picked her to blame. By the next day, she was called into the HR office. The room felt cold, like the people in it. A senior administrator slid a report across the table. It said Nia had failed to give the patient a critical dose of medicine. Nia's stomach dropped. She had given the medicine. She remembered clearly. It was in her charting. The medbag was logged. So how could it be missing? The family wanted answers. The hospital wanted to protect its name. Nia was the easiest target. Rumors started flying. Some said she had fallen asleep. Others claimed she was careless. A few whispered darker things, that she shouldn't have been trusted with VIP patients. Colleagues who once smiled at her now avoided her eyes. No one stood up for her. That afternoon, security walked her out of the building. A reporter snapped a photo as she passed. The hospital statement said she was suspended pending investigation. Her phone buzzed non-stop. Friends, coworkers, even strangers. Questions she couldn't answer. Alone in her apartment that night, Nia cried not just for the job she loved, but for the reputation she had lost. She felt crushed, broken. But deep inside the hospital, something else was happening. In a hallway she'd never entered, a janitor was finishing his shift. As he passed a storage cabinet, he noticed a tiny red light flickering above it. A hidden camera. Most people didn't know it was there. But it had recorded everything. He didn't realize it yet, but that camera held the key to Nia's freedom. 3 days later, the janitor quietly handed a USB drive to Nia's public defender. The courtroom was packed. News cameras, reporters, hospital staff, all expecting Nia to be convicted. But when the footage played, the whole room went still. On screen, a white male nurse was seen alone in the ICU. He picked up the syringe meant for the patient, looked around, and slid it into his pocket. Then he faked the chart, dumped the meds, and smirked right into the camera as if daring someone to catch him. Gasps echoed through the courtroom. Nia sat frozen, tears falling down her cheeks. She wasn't just innocent, she had been framed. The judge paused the trial. The prosecution dropped all charges. The hospital executives rushed out without saying a word. Nia was free, but not untouched. The pain stayed with her. So did the fear and the anger. But Nia didn't let it break her. She sued the hospital and won a major settlement. It made headlines. But money wasn't what mattered most to her. What mattered was what came next. Nia used part of her settlement to start a nonprofit that protects nurses of color and fights racism in healthcare. She gave speeches. She helped others. She turned her pain into purpose. She proved that she wasn't just a survivor, she was a fighter. But deep down, she knew something bigger. It was never just about one man or one mistake. It was about a system that was ready to destroy her to protect itself. And she wondered how many others had been blamed, silenced, or fired without a camera to prove the truth. Nia's story reminds us, sometimes justice only comes when someone dares to look where others won't. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, give it a like, share it, and subscribe for more real stories that need to be told.